2008, I was a construction company owner. I still am. I had a pretty good sized fuel bill. And if you remember 2008, there's a lot of similarities of what's happening right now. When fuel prices spiked, some inflation was starting to kick in, and I had to go find a solution to the problem. So I did a bunch of research on biodiesels. I did a bunch of research on additives and fuel treatments, and I finally found a product that I got excited enough to try and use. And when I did, I realized some significant benefits, and it really changed the course of the rest of my life, really. But it changed the course of how I looked at fuel and how I seen what kind of benefits there are using our Fuel Factor X product. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and we'll get started on this presentation. Maybe. Here we go. Can you see that okay, Chris Bond? Give me a thumbs up. I can't see you, but
yeah, I got you. It's
awesome.
clear.
We was having some issues, so I'm glad that's done and over with. All right. So introducing to the world Fuel Factor X. This, again, is a product that I've been fortunate enough to use for about 14 years now. I've used it in my construction companies, in my trucking companies, around the ranch and the farm, and it's just a phenomenal product. And I'm so happy that one of my best friends on the planet, Mr. Josh Swagel, who also had some experience with this product, was smart enough and was intuitive enough to bring this back to the marketplace so that the masses could benefit from the FFX product. So here's what you can expect by using Fuel Factor X. The first thing it's going to do is going to prolong your engine life. I remember when I first got started with this back in 2008, was using it and testing it for myself. My dad was an over-the-road truck driver, and so I sent a bottle with him. He was going from Idaho to Los Angeles, California. I went out and dumped it in his tanks. He drove to California, and when he got there, he called me, and I was looking for him to tell me how much fuel economy he was going to save, and which he was as well. But he called me. He says, I haven't fueled the truck yet, so I'm not sure what my fuel economy is. He says, but this is definitely helping my engine, because twice a week for 5 years, I've backed the same truck into the same dock. And for the first time ever, I can see out of my mirrors enough to read the signs on the building. They're not vibrating no more like they used to from that big 475 cat engine vibrating things. He says it smoothed out my engine, and it's lubricating things to where my engine's actually running at a better level than it ever has. And that's why Fuel Factor X is just one of the benefits, is prolonging the engine life. And we'll get into how that all works a little bit later. It'll also enhance your performance. You can expect to see, 5 or 10% more horsepower because of our burn rate modifier in our product. And the big one, and the thing that most people get excited about, is it will improve your fuel economy. I've noticed anywhere from 10 to 15, in some cases 18% over the years, and all the stuff I've put it in and the stuff I've personally used. And what a blessing it is to be able to save money on fuel, especially right now. I mean, fuel prices, I would classify it as a crisis at this point. There's $6 someplace. I actually live in Idaho. Diesel's $5. It was about as cheap as you can get it anywhere in the world. But we have a product that can go across the globe. As you were looking at the chat when people were coming on, there was people, I counted at least 20 different countries tuning in. And we have a product that can help people all over the world, and fuel prices just get more expensive, it seems like, as you travel around the globe. So, and then this is a big one as well, reduces emissions. I mean, for years, we've been aware that, carbon gases are a problem, that climate change could be happening or is happening. And everybody's aware that we would like to do something about it, but not many people are willing to spend money to do something about it. Now, through using FFX, you can reduce your emissions by up to 1/3 just by using our product and saving money while you do it. So now you can go green and get paid to do it through the fuel savings in FFX. So just think about this for a minute. Reduces emissions up to 1/3. If everybody in the world put this in their tank right now, tonight, and tomorrow we cut all carbon emissions from vehicles by 1/3, how incredible would that be? And that's exactly what we can do with Fuel Factor X. So it's a very green product as well.